In Northern California, and the Chinese New Year was something that you observed. How did you celebrate Chinese New Year growing up in Palo Alto, California?
Most of the time, well, definitely family. So sometimes family would come in town, but if not, we would usually have a big potluck with a lot of family friends. And the tradition is you give the kids red envelopes, and so we'd always be excited to get free money. And we'd always try to remember, oh, which auntie gave, which one, so we know which one gave the most. Stuff like that, but it was always just a good time. We would have a ton of food, like more food than anybody could ever eat. There was always, a ton of leftovers, and it was just a great time.
Now, this isn't just a one-day deal. It's actually a 15-year event. It's very unique that way. What are some of the other things that you did throughout the course of the 2 weeks?
For us, we didn't actually celebrate that long. I know, like, traditionally, like in China, they'll celebrate for a really long time. For us, it was more just a 1-2 day thing. But most everything about, like, if you look at Chinese culture, a lot of different things about it, it's all about the family. And so, sometimes I guess this counts as part of the celebration, but people would come in town and visit for longer than 1 day, and so they would come and celebrate. But definitely just spending time with family, and we were a little bit Americanized as well. So growing up, we would spend a lot of time playing basketball and stuff like that. But we didn't change too much beyond just like the potluck, eating a lot of Chinese food, and passing out red envelopes.
And you speak Mandarin. Can you give us a sense of that Mandarin? Can you say Happy New Year in that tongue?
Yeah, 新年快乐.
Wonderful. Can you do it one more time just so I can hear it?
新年快乐.
Terrific. Thank you so much. Happy Chinese New Year. That's Jeremy Lin getting ready for Hornets basketball. The Hornets going to take on the Chicago Bulls. When we return, we'll have starting lineups, and we will tip it off. See you in a moment right back here at Time Warner Cable Arena. Hornets now had Jeremy Lamb into the game. Lamb, Lin, Walker, Kaminsky, and Hawes. Doug McDermott kind of evolved in his second year to purely a three-point shooter. As a college player, he was an all-around scorer. He'd take you off the dribble, he could post up. He was also a great outside shooter, but in the pros, only shooting jumpers. Portis with the block shot. Cameron Bairstow. Who? Yeah. Well, he's an Australian out of the University of New Mexico, and the Bulls back in the 90s had success with that pedigree. Nick Batum inside. Snell, one and done. Lin kind of dented off the backboard and rolls through.
The three ball wasn't there yet.
Charlotte's up 19.
Rebounded, MKG. Skying over Heinrich.
Oh, look at this.
Cody a three. His first one since November. That's the way you do it. He had been 0 for 9 shooting three-pointers this season. Took a couple of months off from shooting long jumpers. In fact, to be calling out their names in the middle of a third quarter. If everything was equal for the Bulls, they are really depleted because of injury. Good save by Kemba Walker. Kaminsky, full head of steam. Offensive foul. Yeah, the rookie can't catch a break.
Poor fella. Cody Zeller sets that great screen to set him up so he has the drive away. But when you see the defense set up, you got to stop and pull up.
Since you were around since the expansion year, do you remember when you became the all-time leading scorer? Because you were with the team the entire time. But I'd imagine you weren't the leading scorer after being 4 or 5, right? It took you a while to get it. He was sensational. Then the injuries happened. Missed all of the 2012-13 season. It's really not his team anymore. Jimmy Butler is by far the alpha male on the
talking a lot about the Bulls injuries, and Jimmy Butler being one of them. He has an All-Star game appearance that could be in jeopardy.
Wave off the field goal, an offensive foul called on Spencer Hawes, clearing the way for Jeremy Lin.
Left side of your screen. Well.
Yeah, the wraparound with the left.
To an early lead, they pulled away and they kept them at bay.
Now the 500 record never looked so good. The Hornets finish off a